See if this works. Cool. Hey, whatever. We're just making sure some stuff works before I get started. How are you doing, by the way? I am doing great. Finally got my run uploaded, and I just submitted it a couple hours ago, so that is exciting. Okay. I think we're all good. Guess I should just skip. Why does it look weird? Okay.
The evil dark dragon blade, a legendary sword said to have been carved out of the bones of a black dragon. It brought plague and death to the world during the age of ancient myth. It has been sealed by those of the
Alright, I'm thinking how I want to do this is I'll just get to the points that I want to talk about, and then I'll stop there, explain them. We'll probably do a couple different showcases of what they look like when they work and don't work. Okay. First things first. One of the good things to have in mind is left bumper will turn on your karma score over there, so that'll help you a couple different places in the run, so that's something to think about keeping on. It's up to you. I find it helpful. It helps me keep track of how many enemies actually died on certain parts and how many at what point I should do certain moves on bosses and stuff. Is on landing jump much faster than roll jump repeat? Yeah, so not yeah. It's a good question. So in the general tips, in the notes under common moves and then base, I put for on landing jumps, when landing from a jump, push the direction, just tells you how to do it. And then I say it's useful for dodging ghost fish. So this is an on landing jump. That's not. So we'll do it on a flat surface, right? So this is an on landing jump. And then this is a roll jump. Roll jumps are faster on flat ground. On landing jumps are better for, like, here I can't really showcase it that well because I'm not on stairs or something, but on landing jumps are better for clearing platforms really well. Like there I did an on landing jump versus a roll. I rolled into this and then I jumped, versus I don't know, where was I, right about here, I just went right over it. So it just depends. And then it's also useful for, like, roll jumps are obviously further in distance versus an on landing. So if let's pretend this is a door right here that I want to get to, and I do a roll jump, I accidentally wall ran up, or if I wasn't holding forward, I still wall clinged, versus an on landing. Obviously, it depends on the distance, but right there would be you landing in front of the door to hit X and interact with it. So it's just dependent. You just got to keep an eye on your footing and where you are when you're going through doors or switches or something like that. That way you're not spending a lot of time doing wall clings. Each time you do one unintentionally, you're losing just a little bit of time, and in a 2-hour run, that adds up. Okay, so you follow this like normal. Like I said, I recommend you keep the karma timer points, or the score, up there. We usually don't grab this chest over here. I'm pretty sure this is just the map. Or no, it's an elixir. And then up here, when you get up to this point, I can't zoom in because I don't have a bow. When I go up this branch and then I fall over here, there's gonna be some guys that will fall from above. We're gonna skip them and go to that chest that's looks like it's underneath that branch. We're gonna go grab that. So that's the first thing. So the goal is just get here as quick as you can, and then I like to wall run to, well, better than that, along to the right there. Grab this. This is free. It's along the way. You might as well grab it. And then we'll just head up here. Wall run over these guys. It's good to, when you're wall jumping back and forth like that, to start on the left here, on the left wall, and run up a couple steps, and then do your first jump, and you'll go to the right, and you'll make it up where I'm at, instead of doing it the wrong way, where you end up over here, and you have to jump back anyway. Oops. I didn't mean to start the cutscene. Oh, they're actually hanging out. Okay, so we'll restart that. So I went too far, and I'll explain the torch. So just get in a good habit of turning on the karma there, score on the left there when you start the run. The only time it'll come off, well, that was good movement, is if you die or you load in a save, or you start a new game. So that should be the only time you have to worry about it. And then here, you normally, yeah, you move much better there. You do a roll back to hop up and over. So we'll grab this again. We'll do run around, hop up, skip these guys, start with the left. Okay. So I'm not gonna move forward because last time I spawned them. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go for the first torch right here closest to us. So as soon as I move forward, there's gonna be a cutscene. It's gonna start the next guys. So in the notes, one of the first things we know is on landing jumps, essence management, and some other moves that we use pretty frequently. So essence is literally those things that are floating in the air after you defeat an enemy, or when you destroy something like this that will drop an essence. So when I destroy this torch, a yellow essence will appear, and if I stand too close to it while not holding left trigger, which is block, I might absorb it on accident. So what the goal is to break this torch, hold left trigger, and just kind of do a quick dash with my thumbstick to get further away from it. And then once I'm at least that next flight of stairs up, then I can start roll jumping because I won't absorb it unintentionally. And then we're gonna head, it's hard to see, so I'll just go through it and we'll absorb it on accident, and I'll show you where we need to go. And what we do is we drag the essence through the building to this room right here. But you have, I think it's about 8 or 9 seconds in game time to actually do it. So if you have poor movement, when you go to charge your ET, it's not gonna charge automatically. It's just gonna start a haze slash and not kill the guys. So I'll do it incorrect here. So I'll break it and then I'll absorb it on accident, and then we'll do it one more time where I hold left trigger, and then you'll see it floating in the air, and I'm gonna immediately head to the next room, and then I'll explain it after we do it, and then we'll come back and I'll break it down. So we just do a running X. So see, I wasn't holding left trigger there, and I absorbed it. And then we go through this right here. And then immediately dart to the door that's on the right. So there's gonna be some enemies. So I don't roll jump in here because there's enemies and there's some vases. I normally just do a forward jump and then run, or you can just run. It's just safer that way. So obviously I absorb the essence and I'm taking forever, so I'm not going to have an essence floating. But then we go to the first mandatory fight where there's 9 ninja. And ideally, a perfect run of this room is you do 3 ETs, and because they spawn in waves of 3. Excuse me. And you do 3 ETs because they're the fastest compared to a full ultimate technique, because he does a whole combo. And you get some good money out of it. So we'll go through here. We're gonna go through the next door. I'll just do a forward jump. And then at this point, what I do is I can't zoom in or anything. I'll probably put some visual or something where I try to go. Now my camera's all funky. Hold on. Okay, so what I do is I don't run, I don't roll, I just do a forward jump literally back to myself on the camera. Like this. And then, so I'll start to do it now, and it didn't kill them, right? Because I don't have it. So you have to do this the normal way. And the goal is to have 1 on the map. If you have 2, you'll accidentally do an ultimate technique, and it takes longer. So you get more money, but it takes longer. So anyway, that's the first mandatory fight. So I'll show you how to do it with the essence. I'll try to do the clean 3 ETs, but it's it's pretty specific where you need to stand to do it.
Dark dragon blade.
And the timing matters because you need to do it, because by the time you start releasing your ET, the first ninja that drops in the wave of 3 is literally about to attack you, and the third one has just dropped. So it's a pretty tight window to try to get all 3 of them in an AT. And it definitely takes practice. But that's like the best case scenario for this room. Doesn't mean you should, you know, it should deter you if you don't get it. It's not, I mean, it's the first room. There's a lot more to learn. So that wasn't very good because I went left, but it should be okay. So I'm gonna absorb 2. Yeah, so they weren't working with me very well. Oops, I accidentally absorbed. So they only need an I won't go through this super fast. So they only take, I'll absorb these, an XYX combo to kill them. So you don't have counter yet. So whenever you do get them, that's all you have to do. You don't have to do the Y down. You can just land to have the low recovery. That's not bad. So then the next room over here, we exit this room and we literally just follow the right side of the room from Ryu's point of view, and then we literally just wall run around the guys and we head to the next area. So I won't sit here. Do you lift off the block quickly? Yes. Yep. So you saw how I was, oops. You saw how I was holding it, and then I did this kind of movement real quick. So get comfortable doing that. If you have 3 like I did there at one point, just kind of tap it, and you'll see the closest essence he'll absorb. And then if you just let go completely, he'll just take all 3. If you wanted to only absorb 1 and then you want to use the other two to fuel your UT, you can just do a quick release the left trigger and then the other 2 float there. And I don't recommend that you just stand, like you go, okay, now I'm ready, and you start doing this. What I do is, okay, I have my 2 floating there now. You'll see me roll back and jump because it's safer to do an on landing charge than it is to just do a standing charge like that. So I'll roll back and jump in pretty much the same area, and then I'll start the charge versus just standing there, because you're like a sitting duck. So the on landing ET or UT charge is ideal compared to just standing there. Not many of us stand there. There are some spots in the run that we do it because it just works out that way. So in here, I'll just go through the movement. I don't think I'm gonna explain every single room since you can see it. So we'll air destruction slash that, break this, fall down here. So you can stand all the way over here. Let me get rid of these bats while I explain it. So you can stand all the way over here, like you're getting ready to head to the next area, and still open this chest. And I haven't moved my direction or anything, and I'm still right here. So ideally, you're kind of hugging this corner a little bit. I don't think we explained this in the notes. I need to update that. And then I can just go right around the torches. Or if they're causing you grief, you can just destroy them real quick. You can jump between them, you can jump around them, you can destroy them, it doesn't matter. Then up here, I don't think they spawn until I'm around the corner. So once I go up here, I'm gonna follow around here, this ramp, and there's gonna be a Talisman of Rebirth. That's like a mandatory pickup. You should be picking that up. So once we get around this corner, don't roll jump, just run around and hold left. Until you get comfortable, I mean, it's not really that hard. I would just say passing them. Yeah, the torches. Yeah, I would say passing them. But if like you're just, I don't know, if you're legit running against them, you might as well just do a forward X and just destroy them. So here's the first Talisman Rebirth. The rest of this tutorial, I'll go through the ones that I find to be the quickest or easiest to get. And then what we do down here is we fall, and we're gonna go get this chest, excuse me. So this will consume in the next chapter. And then we'll run back now that we have the fangs. And then what you do here ideally is you just keep mashing X, and you're gonna grab these 2 elixirs either on the way in or on the way out, just depending on how it goes. And then, so ideally what you do here is you roll jump, do a forward X or running X like that. And then on the way, you're gonna get the one on the right, the one on the left. He'll do the slash to the back. And then the next thing now is the White Ninja Room. So there's 2 ways to do it. I need to learn the other way, so I'll probably add a clip of that after this stream. We'll just do some saves, why not? So at this point, we're on our way to the White Ninja Room and then Murai. So we're gonna run by these 2 ninja over here, head straight to the door, and then we're gonna do the strat that I think almost everyone except like Mr. Wright does, because he found a new strat for this. So we'll do the first one, and then I'll record something later and slap it together to compare. So we're just gonna run by these guys. So here, you probably want to do on landing. So what we do in here, I haven't pushed X to move forward in the game yet. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna, as soon as we get control over you, just hold Y, and we're trying to get an ET charge to kill the first ninja. And so ideally, you keep stringing together ETs on them, but these guys are smarter than the brown ninja room, and they have more health. So to finish them, if you don't get an ET off, you would do X, Y, X, Y, and then they're dead. So you just have to do 1 more hit. Okay. Yeah, so I didn't get it, but he's dead. Also, if you feel like you're gonna wall cling, just throw shuriken, and you won't wall cling when you go to charge an ultimate technique. So there's only 6 in the room. That wasn't bad. Excuse me. Yeah. When that ninja spawns is RNG. So sometimes he spawns a little earlier and you don't get it, and sometimes he spawns a little later and then you do get it. So when my attempt just now, I didn't get it. So since that went pretty well and I just saved, we'll go back and I'll try to show off one where I do get it, because I didn't do anything different. As soon as I got control, I was already holding Y. So that's where Mr. Wright's strat is less RNG, because what you do for his is you jump to the back, destroy the torch to get that essence, and you start the fight off the same way every time. So see how I loaded that save and I had to turn on the karma score? Another thing to keep in mind. So I'm gonna try again. Hopefully he spawns later. I'm already holding Y. So I got it that time. So I messed up. I held left trigger while I was in the combo, and Ryu didn't do what I wanted. Another thing that Ryu likes to do is target dead bodies. So after you kill a ninja or an enemy, try to get away from them, because sometimes he'll do another kick, which is not what you want. You found that you can hold X on the entering animation. I don't know what that means. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay. So we're this far in. At this point, we have a couple small elixirs, or small heals, one big one, a life of 1,000 gods, and a talisman of rebirth, right? It didn't cost us any money. So we're gonna fight Murai. I'm gonna fight him like how it's intended, and then I'll explain it after. I'll probably trim this up to save time on the video. But overall, the fight's the same. And I'm gonna be throwing JTB's videos into these as well, so I don't have to explain everything. That is literally a perfect Murai, which I would love to have in my run. I didn't get hit, he didn't block anything, I didn't miss any rolls. That's perfect. So we'll go back and I'll explain it a little bit. Yeah, you don't get that often. I didn't do anything special to get to do that. Okay, so we'll go through the White Ninja room again. Yeah, no, that was really good RNG. He didn't block anything. I didn't mess up any of the rolls. He didn't go for any grabs. Yeah, so see there, Ryu decided he wanted to kick the already dead ninja. So I'm gonna grab that extra money. Oh, it's health. Okay. So before I get into it, there's two different things. There's two different things you can do for Murai, and by two different things, I mean how you roll into him. So what you're trying to do for Murai, and I'll try to explain this while I'm fighting him. Excuse me. So what I was doing was a forward X into him, so I get just a little more damage onto him every time I roll at him. So it adds up each time you do a forward X into him. And then you go you follow this combo, right? So that's a forward X, Y, hold Y, and let go. That's the combo that I do. You can also just do roll, whoops. I haven't done it in a while. Roll X, Y, Y. Mine's just a little bit faster because I'm doing the roll and X at the same time. It's really preference until you get more comfortable. Hey Maxi. Feel free to ask questions. We're going through and making a video tutorial for the speedrun guide that just came out. So again, I do forward X into Y, slightly charge Y. You can do roll X, Y, charge Y. It's up to you. So at the start, I'll let the cutscene go a little bit so I can talk. So at the start, he's gonna be pretty far away. So we don't usually roll into him. We run up to him. You'll get used to the distance. We run up to him and then we roll back. And as soon as we know he's gonna roll, we start the roll X or the forward X combo into him. And then we rinse and repeat. We just keep making him. So he's not rolling him. There we go. So see, there he blocked. You can do the same thing there. If he rolls or he does that attack, you can punish him. So I was too far away. If he's... That's... didn't work. So he does like the grab after your combo if he blocks it. So just roll away. There is an extra small heal in that pot on the corner. You can grab that. It's up to you. It's not much, you know, for the time it takes to target it. So that's chapter 1. So last thing is, you want to make sure you have 1,000 essence in your pocket minimum.
So your father is still in the sacred building.
For chapter 2.
Yes. He is entrusting me with
Well, welcome from Chile, Maxi. I'm glad to have you.
satisfied.
Someday you will come to understand the pursuit of power. Perhaps beginning with your training here. And what
Okay,
is the system?
we'll move on. 10 minutes isn't very good. For me. But so here I can tell how much money I have, right? In the essence row right there. So I know if I need to either get some more essence real quick, or I might have to restart depending on the times you're going for.